The bedtime shenanigans are making me crazy.
Yes.
They make me crazy. Like my blood starts boiling.
One, because they're annoying, but two, now you're taking away my
time. And that's what I had to get to. At first I'm like, you're not listening to me and that's frustrating me. And you're not, like, how hard is it to brush your teeth? We do the same 3 steps of bedtime routine every night. We do it every night. You put your pajamas on, you brush your teeth, and you go to the bathroom for crying out loud. Welcome to the I Am Mother of the Year podcast, where we equip and encourage moms just like you to move from isolation, fear, comparison, and chaos to community, compassion, peace, and freedom. We're so glad you're here. Hey everybody, my name's Lisa.
And I'm Jen, and this is the I Am Mother of the Year podcast.
Oops, I did it again.
Oops, I did it again. I even got the Britney.
I play with your heart. Got lost in this game. Oh, baby, baby. Oops. Okay, we could go.
We really did.
That escalated quickly.
We did it again.
We did
I
it
liked
again.
the Britney impression. Though.
Like,
Yeah. What did we do again?
Oh, that's the point.
Oh, we're
not
going to segue
doing-
to a podcast now, not karaoke. We both hate karaoke.
We do both hate
Yes.
karaoke.
Okay. What did we do again?
But we love our children, and that's the point we're going to get to.
We're moms.
We're selfish.
Oh,
That
you
is-
said it.
Ew.
I wasn't ready. I want to joke about Britney Spears more.
Okay, let's talk about the python she had on the
Oh,
stage
yes.
the one time. Oh.
We're
Yes.
selfish.
We're so selfish that we don't even want to tell you how selfish we are. We just want to
wanna-
talk about Britney Spears,
wanna avoid
who doesn't. She matters. She doesn't matter for the sake of
Not
this
today.
conversation.
Not today.
Not today, Britney. Okay. Here's the story, and this is when it hit me. Oh my gosh, I did it again. I have been working really hard the past year at becoming less selfish. And here's what I mean by that. When you have children, you start learning that life doesn't revolve around you.
Mm-mm. It used to, maybe, but it doesn't
Right.
anymore.
You at least had the illusion
Yes.
that life revolved around you, and you had plenty of facts and evidence to back that up.
Mhm.
Tons of situations where that was indeed the case.
You had the freedom to do what you want.
Oh, you want to go out to dinner? Great. You want to eat your whole meal without having to take 2 different children to the bathroom 14 different times just so they can touch the toilet seat and then skimp on washing their hands?
Like, I'm going to get situated. I'm like, just stop. You wanted to sleep? Oh, that's funny.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
not anymore.
today. No, exactly. So I have been noticing, though, in my mothering, I've been just calling it what it is.
Yeah.
This is selfishness, and it happens for me around bedtime
Mhm.
because after bedtime, it's my time.
Mm-hmm.
My kids have been going to bed at 7 o'clock since they were born. Hallelujah. Amen. All the people said amen.
Amen.
They slept 7 to 7,
Oh.
and it like legit. And I'm an early to bed girl.
Mhm.
So then I can go to bed at 9 and still feel like, oh, I've had a chance to take a deep breath. The kids are in bed. I know who my husband is. I think I recognize his face. That's good. I can get some things done around the house, or I can do my work, or I can write. I have my time.
You had 2 whole hours. That's a movie.
That's or I could watch a movie. But now, that's the problem. So I try to put the kids to bed. Now it's worse because they're older, and now they stay up longer. And I'm like, oh, now we're talking selfishness, okay? Because now my time doesn't start till 8:30, and I'm like, dear God, I have half an hour. What am I gonna do? Like, that's a whole other thing for another time, because I
Yes.
legit don't know how I'm gonna do it as like a mother of teenagers. Like, well, mom's going to bed. Good night. Hey, could you try to put yourself to bed in like 3 hours?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That'd be great. And could you keep the volume level down?
Yeah, and don't forget to plug your phone in my room, because I don't want you looking at your phone.
Yes. We're going to have to learn from older,
A
wiser
whole
moms.
podcast for another time.
Teach
The point
us.
is, the bedtime shenanigans are making me crazy.
Yes.
They make me crazy. Like my blood starts boiling.
One, because they're annoying, but two, now you're taking away my
time. And that's what I had to get to. At first, I'm like, you're not listening to me, and that's frustrating me. And you're not, like, how hard is it to brush your teeth? We do the same 3 steps, a bedtime routine every night. We do it every night. You put your pajamas on, you brush your teeth, and you go to the bathroom for crying out loud.
I don't have to go potty. Just try.
And then it's like, here's the game I play with Josie. Even now, I'm like, I wonder how many, this is so weird. I wonder how many seconds of potty you have.
Oh, yeah.
That will come out.
Wow.
Because she's like, I don't have to potty. I'm like, I don't know. I'm thinking, well, what am I thinking tonight? I bet you have 4 seconds of potty. What do you think? Ha 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 ha.
Oh.
She goes in peace. I think I have 7. I'm like, okay, let's count.
Is genius. You know what I do?
It's so stupid. But it does. Where's the wood? Knock, knock on the wood. Mm-hmm. It works sometimes. Mm-hmm. It works sometimes.
Mine is a ninja Jonah because he stands there and is like, look, I don't have to pee. And I'm like, okay. And then I turn on the faucet and I just pretend to, well, sometimes I'm getting toothpaste out of the sink or I look for his toothbrush. Like I'm just warming up the water to be cold. And I just let it run. And then he's like, there. And I'm like, what was that? Oh, did you say you didn't have to urinate? Oh, was it the slow trickle? Perhaps.
Ninja. That's amazing.
So yeah, the things that we do to get them to sleep so that
we can have our time. Mm-hmm. Right. So it started with this frustration thinking you don't listen to me and this is about you. Mm-hmm. That's not the truth. No. It takes getting a little curious, being willing to dig through the yuckiness and going, no, I'm just really selfish.
It takes honesty too.
Yes.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
And if it's 7:05, I'm throwing my own temper tantrum. Mm-hmm. Like my kids don't throw temper tantrums at bedtime. I throw the temper tantrum. Mm-hmm. I have put myself in mommy timeout more often than not in the middle of bedtime routine because my blood is boiling and I don't want to say or do anything that I'm going to regret. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, just get in your room. Mommy's going to take a mommy timeout. I'll be back in 5. And they're like,
in the meantime, go to bed.
Go to bed. Go to sleep or I will put you to sleep.
Yes.
The bedtime shenanigans. But it comes down to the selfishness.
Yes.
I'm so selfish. So I've been working on this and it takes a lot of hard work.
Yes.
But I've been trying. And I've been trying to stay calm and whatever. But this one night I'm like sitting downstairs. It's my time. It's an hour past bedtime. Josie's still awake and I want to stop. Mm-hmm. Like I want to sit down and I want to write.
Yeah.
I just want to sit down and write. That's all I want to do. And I'm staring at a blank cursor because I can't think of anything to write.
Right. Probably the pressure of like, here's my time,
this is my time. Use it. I need to write, but I don't. And so I'm like, what the heck? And then she comes down the stairs and I'm like, do we need to? It's a little too risque.
You don't like this? Not your cup of tea on a mom podcast?
What?
Mom still got it. She can show a little shoulder.
That's right.
All right.
Well, my bra's down here too. We're keeping all this. Don't worry.
Oh boy.
Come on. What? Who cares? Guess what? Wardrobe malfunction. It probably happened to Britney Spears.
We know it happened to Janet Jackson.
This whole thing? Oh.
You were lucky it was just her shoulder.
That's right.
What is that?
Is that a squid's eye?
It's a sad banana or a ski slope or a deflated balloon. You can refer to other podcasts where we talk about such things.
Where'd my boobs go?
But not on this one.
Not on this one. We're talking about selfishness. And Josie's coming down the stairs and I'm like, I just want to write. And I'm like so frustrated. And I'm on my way up the stairs. She's like, please lay with me, Mom. Please lay with me. And I was furious. I stomped up the stairs like a toddler throwing a temper tantrum. Mm-hmm. In my mind, I'm saying all of these mean things to her, which is terrible. And then I lay in her bed. I put my arm around her. She falls to sleep in like the split second that she gets a little ounce of physical touch. Yeah. And that is when the conviction started for me. It was like it flooded over me. My little girl was holding up a mirror to me and going, do you see what's in here? Oh, you don't have to be that way. You don't have to be that selfish. She needed something that I provided easily for her. Yeah. And we could talk back and forth about whether or not I should have just locked her in her room or
cried out,
whatever. But in that moment, guess what? She needed physical touch. Guess where she gets that from? Me. I need so much physical touch. It's insane. I'm very, very high maintenance in this way. So I feel so heard and loved, seen and known.
Don't touch me back.
She gets it from me.
Yeah.
I put the pressure of my arm around her. She's asleep. And I'm like, you did it again. Oops. I did it again. I let my selfishness almost ruin a moment that lasted 30 seconds of time I wasn't even using well because I had nothing to write about.
And what gets me right now is that you're would have been prolonging the inevitable.
Yeah.
Had you kept saying, no, not now, go to bed. Like I'm like, Jonah, get back in your bed. I'll bring your water to the stairs. I'll give you a hug on the stairs, but I will not go back into those chambers.
Don't
okay?
you make me go back in there.
You stay up there and I'm going to stay down here. But it's like, you chose to say, okay, maybe it wasn't pretty, the stomping, whatever, been there, done that. But you went up there, you took the time, and it took 30 seconds. Where had you not, it would have been another 5 minutes because she wasn't getting what she needed.
Yes.
Another 10 minutes. It could have prolonged hours,
And
honestly.
she doesn't know how to ask.
Right.
She doesn't know how to ask for what she needs.
No.
So in her mind, she's like, come play with me. Well, okay, yeah, that's her saying, Mom, I need some physical touch.
And I don't want to be alone, and I want
Right.
to feel safe and warm and comfortable
I'm
for
like,
my mom.
No.
How dare you? I have a blank cursor waiting for me downstairs. This is way more important.
Wait for it.
Which the domino effect of like, now she'll be well rested in the morning because she's not putting off the bedtime. Like,
Yes.
now her behavior might be better. Just all the things.
All the things that feed into the things of the things.
Yes.
What about you?
Okay.
I know you have a story.
I have a last night story. This is like fresh, hot off the press.
I was just going to say.
Oh, man.
Make me feel better, Jen.
I can do that. So this will look like your selfishness can rear its ugly head in many different ways, okay? For me, really high value on productivity. Oh, efficiency gets me going, right? I'm like high achiever. Let's get all the things done.
It takes all kinds to make the
Oh,
world go
boy.
round, doesn't it?
There are more of us out there. I know I'm not alone, right? So for me, the default, like my weakness, where I slip into selfishness is when I need to get things done. Tasks, people. Sometimes this varies. Children also go in different levels of this. So last night I had a tight deadline, and this is a crazy week for me. Okay, let's just be really honest. This is a crazy week. I have way more to do than I'm allotted time and hours in the day. I'm on 4 hours of sleep right now. Okay. There's just no, I'm burning the candle at both ends. We've all been there as moms. Every human being, we've been there, stressful times. So I was banking on the car time. This is extreme. Tell me you've been here. I was counting on voice to texting, multiple messages and emails. Like I'll have 15 minutes in the car and I can knock out those 3. Like I'm desperate times desperate measures.
Sure.
I'm using the drive to go get my son. I'm halfway through an email and I'm like, okay, pause, go get your get in the car. How was your day? Good. How was yours? We exchanged the pleasantries, and my daughter's in the back as a baby, quiet, looking around, and her brother, and everything's great. I hear about Jonah's day. He actually asked me about mine. I'm like, this is a moment. This is great. Right. So I check it off the box. I'm like, yes.
We did that at the same time.
Same time. We have a camera to prove it. I got it.
We've got 3.
Yes. So I'm like, okay, we did the thing. Now we're done. We're around the corner. We're even down the bend a little bit. Now I need to get back to my email. That's half done. Not now. It's a funny story because that's how I met my husband. I said, not now. With the finger and everything. Not now.
Another podcast for another time.
So I'm like, hey, we did the thing. We're done. So he's like, can I have some goldfish? I'm like, sure, buddy. Reach back the huge carton. If you don't have it, just get it. Just get a big carton of goldfish for your car. Keep it in there always. That's amazing. So he's like, okay, and opens the little container. He's eating his goldfish. I'm like, perfect. Now is the time. So I'm like, okay, mommy's going to talk to her phone for a little bit. Here's what was actually disturbing. He said, okay, and looked out the window. And that's when it hit me of like, I don't know if it would have been better if you temper tantrumed, but it's a little disturbing how calm you are. Mirror check. I'm like, does this mean you're so used to this, you're conditioned that now mommy's gonna talk to her phone instead of talk to you. It like hit me that I'm like, boop, I'm about to finish dictating my email. Again, justifying, because I need to. This is a crazy week. I'm in survival mode, kid. I gave you your time. You had 5 minutes. I have 10 minutes of this 15-minute car ride left. I have to finish 3 emails and go home and I don't know. And it was a crazy night, but I'm like, I need this.
Right. Yes, we explain.
I don't do this all the time, but I need this right now.
Right. We explain away, we justify and rationalize our selfishness.
But at the end of the day, I'm like, but I chose work. I chose my phone, fill in the blank. I chose a task over quality time in the car with my kids. Both of them were being funny and having a moment. Luckily, it saved it a little bit towards the end, the last 5 minutes of the car ride. I put down the phone, the boop, and Siri talking thing. And we were laughing, the 3 of us, about this funny thing that Julianne was doing with her eyes every time he made a funny sound. Okay. So we saved it. It was bookended, good and bad. I mean, good and good, but there was bad in the middle. And I felt convicted. I felt like, really? You just said that to your son? Mommy's going to talk to her phone now. And I expected my kids to sit in the back, patient, quiet, basically on pause and on mute, while I do my thing, because I have an agenda and mine is more important than a quality memory.
Yes.
No.
Well, okay, we need to back up and talk about all the things, because we need to start peeling some layers off of this. One, sometimes work is more important than your kids. Sometimes, right? There are seasons and times, and so there is grace upon grace upon grace for those moments. It's when it becomes a pattern. It's when it's all the time. I think that's when, and maybe this is, and you can comment on it, maybe this is me rationalizing away my selfishness, but there are some times when your kid needs to learn patience because you are doing something. And so that's not what we're talking about here.
Right.
What we're talking about is really the selfishness that leads to either conviction, which you said, so we're going to get into some church words here, okay? But they're important to help you understand the different voices that are going on in your head in those moments, and the different ways that you can start viewing and changing and walking through your selfishness. And so conviction, and I wrote down so important, conviction is specific. It is from God, okay? It points to Jesus, and it leads to hope.
Yeah.
And so in your moment, you said, I feel convicted. Okay, so you feel, okay, it was specific to the moment, was it not?
Yeah, so as we fast forward, because it carried on through the night, what happened was I'm leaning over, I've got brats on the grill, and I'm like, this will be fast. Side note, my husband did not get home till 8 p.m., so I have both kids and this deadline and 1,000,002 things to do.
Sure.
So he's working hard. I don't mean any to speak poorly of my hardworking husband. I'm just saying this particular night, I'm a single mom in it, okay? All in all with all the things. And okay.
Yes.
So I'm hunched over my laptop with the grill here, whatever, and I'm like furiously working to make this deadline. And I felt this little nudge of like, hey, why don't you take a really quick break and check in on the kids? And I was like, okay. And it's like, you have to rip me away. And I'm like, I wait till the eyes like out of the corner. I'm like, okay, where am I? Oh yeah, you're here. Do you need a diaper change? What are you asking me, Jonah? Can I get grapes from the fridge? Yes. Let me help you. You, diaper change, boom, done. Did the quick break and then went back to zone mode. And I'm like, this for a few minutes. And then it's like, hey, you should take a quick break. Maybe flip those brats. Oh yeah, I'm in the middle of dinner. And now she's got diaper change. And I just bought myself more time and he has grapes. And it was like these little nudges of like, hey, maybe this would be a good idea. And it was loving and it was a suggestion. And it was specific.
Yes, specific to, hey, this is right now.
Yeah.
And okay, so then in some ways that points to Jesus.
Yeah.
Helping you become present.
Yes.
And loving in the present moment, which is the exact essence of Jesus.
And being what my kids needed, being the best mom I could be. She's
exactly
sitting in a wet diaper. Like, let me help you with that.
Yes, and leads you to hope. And it led you to enough hope that you go, okay, I'm doing okay. I'm handling all of the things as best I can. The kids are taken care of. Now back to work.
Yes.
I flipped the brats. Now back to work.
Dinner.
Like, the conviction then leads to hope and peace. The condemnation, which is the opposite, and that is the word that we do not like, is vague, So did you hear condemnation?
I did. I honestly 100% did. I'm sitting at the, can I tell you it?
Yes.
I'm sitting at the dinner table with my brats and my laptop, and I've got everyone situated, bottle for the baby, cut up wrap for the Jonah. And I'm like,
for the Jonah
bear in the left chair. And so we're going through dinner. And I'm like, we're doing this. I fed you. Here we go. And I was like, I never do this, but I have to do this. I'm in such a tight deadline. I have to do this right now. There is no later. It's right now. So I'm like, okay, how's it taste? Pleasantries. Again, check. Go back to the laptop. Okay, doing this. I heard in that moment, wow, you're a really bad mom tonight.
Say it to that one, the big close-up camera. Don't be
This
afraid
one?
of it.
This one right
yeah,
here?
that's
Okay.
yeah. Say it to it.
I heard in my head, and I am not a crazy person. I heard, wow, you're a really bad mom tonight. That's the exact opposite of why we are here and why we are standing here today. Like why we're sitting here talking to you. I heard, you're a bad mom. Look at you. Like with the laptop on the freaking table. Oh, excuse me, veggie tray. I've got a deadline.
At least you had a veggie tray. That's a win.
See? I'm a good mom. Ta-da! There's proof. Veggies and ranch.
Gotta be the ranch. Okay, so the condemnation was vague.
Yeah.
Not in this moment. It's, look at you. You are a bad mom. It's from the devil himself.
Yes.
And points to you.
Yeah.
It points back to you. You're a bad mom.
How vague.
And then it leads to despair.
Yes.
So in that moment, you could have agreed with that voice. You could have agreed with the condemnation, or you could agree with the conviction.
Yeah.
So which one are you gonna choose?
Because the condemnation, one, is a lie, and two, tells you that you're a failure.
Ugh.
Do you want to succumb to that? Do you want to be a failure and act like a failure? Because if I had accepted that, I would have sunk down and just well, it's already bad. I might as well just make it worse then.
Yeah, it changes the entire trajectory, big word, of your night, of your day, of your week, of your motherhood.
Yeah.
If you can't learn to tell the difference between condemnation, the lie, and conviction, the truth that leads to hope and freedom, you will not become the mom God created you to be.
No.
It's impossible. It's impossible because the voices in your head are trying to tell you something. One's going this way and one is going this way. You cannot choose both and you cannot choose neither. You need to learn to choose. I'm going to allow myself to be convicted, which doesn't feel good all the time, but it's gentle. It's loving. The conviction I had laying in bed with Josie when she's sleeping, I'm going, oops, I did it again. That conviction was, hey, you've been working really hard on your selfishness. You're doing great, but let's take another look at this. What's underneath the surface?
It's about improvement.
It is, and it's leading to hope. It's giving you steps to lead to hope. It's not ever, ever, ever about, look at what you did. I can't believe you did this again. I'm so disappointed in you.
You're such a failure. I'm judging you.
That's the devil. And we don't like to listen to him.
No.
And so that is the hope that we want to bring you today. And that is such a deep, hard concept.
Yes.
It takes a ton of practice.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting there going, well, okay, I kind of am getting this, but I don't really understand. And I don't like the church words. And this is kind of confusing. And we just encourage you just to take a little space, just to create some space to next time something happens where you're like, and you can hear a voice, good, bad, or ugly in your head. See if you can tell what it is. See if you can get to know the difference.
Yeah. Can I add two really quick things? Because they
Yes.
keep nagging at me. I know we're probably short on time, but I don't
We're
need to
going to say that
elaborate.
every time.
Yeah, we're talkers. Okay, two things. As you were talking about truth and lie, what I saw was, put your hold out your hands again, I'll touch you. This is light. This is darkness. Like as you're exploring, as you're getting curious, when you're living in truth, you're walking in light. It's freedom, right? Darkness feels like you're drowning and it's unknown and it's scary. So when you're believing lies, it's just, I got this picture of light and dark.
Yeah.
So just layman's terms, that's the difference.
Run to the light.
Yes. The other thing I thought of was, I don't know if this is exactly correct, but I feel like I've heard from Rick Warren before that your thoughts and your attitude and these lies that you're talking about in your head, which are you going to believe? Those are your thoughts. And then those become your choices because your thoughts like dictate what you do, your actions, choices, which then become habits, which then become a lifestyle. So I hope I didn't botch that, but seems to make sense as far as a progression. So I'm like, that's real because what you're believing here comes out here and then becomes 7 times a habit. And all of a sudden, that's the rest of your life. So it's like, no, it's really important work that you do decipher and learn what's true and what's not.
Yeah, and I'm going to kick it up one notch. And then we're going to end it with the way we always end it.
Yes.
But your lifestyle, your life. So it does all of those things, and that impacts the generations that will follow you. Your kids will learn. They will watch what you do and how you speak to yourself, how you carry yourself, how you love yourself. You can't hide that from them. That's how they will learn how to love themselves and speak to themselves. And then they will raise a generation underneath them.
Well, so let's give it a word. Ready? Legacy.
You're a legacy.
Lifestyle, legacy.
Boom. Are we pastors? Come
My
on now. We're just alliterating all over the place. Come on.
It's so true.
Right.
Yes.
It's important work. Don't let that overwhelm you. Start small. It's important work. You can do it. Jen, let's end it. End it nice and tie it in the pretty bow.
Yes, there is hope. And in case no one else tells you today, you're a really good mom.
Thanks for listening to the I Am Mother of the Year podcast with Lisa and Jen. If you love what you hear and want insider access to more conversations just like these, exclusive Mother of the Year merch, and access to the I Am Mother of the Year podcast one day early, join the growing community of patrons who support our movement at patreon.com/I Am Mother of the Year. Talk to you next week.